Miss Talk to Me DMV, and I'm here to do another video to give a little bit more clarity about lunar cycles. So it's the new moon today in Pisces, and I felt like I didn't quite explain what to do on the new moon, the full moon, and all of those different transitions of the moon, so you can help use that energy to manifest the things that you want. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit, so stay tuned. If you want to learn a little bit more about these lunar cycles, then hopefully I can do a good job of explaining. All right. All right, so let's get started. So when we think about the moon, there are about 8 phases that the moon goes through. There are 2 main energy sides that I would say you would get throughout the 29.5-ish days, not necessarily 28-day cycle, but 29.5, because you have that cycle where the moon is nowhere near existent in the sky and can't see anything. That's part of the new moon, and we'll go there. But the 2 main energies is the yin energy and the yang energy. The yin energy is the waxing phase that's going from the new moon to the full moon. The yang energy is from full moon to new moon, which is the waning phase. Okay? Now, yin energy, which is the waxing phase, is going to be all about the internal energy. And then the yang energy, which is after the full moon, is all about the physical body. So yin is internal, and yang is external. Yin can be the feminine, and yang can be the masculine, okay? Don't forget, waxing and yang energy is starting from a new moon to a full moon. Wax on. Waning is going back from that full moon to a new moon. That's going back. Wax off. So waxing phase or the yin energy is wax on. Waning phase or the yang energy is wax off. Karate Kid. The yang represents the sun, light, expansion, recklessness, action, growth, health, movement. The yin energy, which could be internal, could be grounded, earth energy, receptive, cool, dark, tied to the moon, ocean, shade. Okay, so let's go to the first phase of the moon. Or actually, let me break them down. The first half of the phases is the new moon, the waxing crescent, the first quarter moon, and then the waxing gibbous and the full moon. First 4. Then we go to the second 4, starting at the full moon, the waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. Okay? So, new moon. This is about 1 to 3.5 days. This is where you don't see anything in the sky. The little crescent kind of looking thing has disappeared, and the new moon is circling right back around. The moon stays in each zodiac about 2.5 days. We'll get into the fact that, the moon is just moving, the new moon is moving into Pisces, right? And by the weekend, it will be moving into Aries, okay? So, on the new moon, we are, again, looking at the yin energy. It is the time to set your intentions. Listen to your intuition and allow new ideas to form, okay? This is when you plant the seeds of your future, your dreams, kind of create a clean slate on what you want to manifest in terms of certain dreams, right? And then being able to plan and take time to create. This should be an exciting part of the lunar cycle, because you're really talking about what you're trying to manifest for that lunar month, right? So you want to make affirmations that are more connected to I am. And I think I talked about that in my last video. I am going to be successful in my career. I am going to have a lot of peace and balance in my life. I am going to break these cycles of these jobs acting like they don't know that they overworking us and pretending like everything's supposed to be all good. I am breaking that cycle. Anywho, I digress. But that is kind of that energy that you want to use and start to manifest, start to visualize, right? That could be in the form of drawing. It could be in the form of writing. It could be in the form of doodling. So if you can believe, if you can see it, you can believe it. So start to draw some things out. It ain't got to look perfect like Picasso, but draw it out. I doodle. And I say, hey, this is going to be some artwork on one of my dope houses in the Caribbean, right? This is the time to look at, what do you want? What are your dreams? What are you going to make time to kind of put in writing and make wishes, right? And what are you really going to focus on kind of in that lunar month? Now we go to the waxing crescent. That's when it looks like a little fingernail, like the tip of the little fingernail, right? Go kind of round. So that is about 3.5 to 7 days. This is where you are to be curious, right? Get excited about the new possibilities that you're starting to put intentions around, okay? Have courage to move forward through your faith and spirituality. It's allowing your dreams to blossom and flourish and putting action towards it. So it's more of an actionable period. So it's like these next 3.5 days, let's move on some of these things that we're setting intention around. What can I do towards that goal? What little thing can I do towards that goal? For me, it's like, okay, let's use YouTube. I noticed that I'm getting kind of laxed on really getting up and trying to put out videos. So because I have Lady Luck on my side with Jupiter in the air, and I'm manifesting I'm manifesting my I am statements around, I'm going to be a successful YouTuber, right? And get some money up off of this so I can be able to diversify my funds, right? All of this, whatever I'm going to come up with tonight, these are my I am statements around certain things, right? Being specific about it. I am a best-selling author. I am a mom of a dope family. Like all of that stuff. Those are your I am statements, okay? And being able to push through on some of those actionable items that you can do towards being a dope mom, being a good author, maybe planning some things out for the kids, or planning out some times to brainstorm around your next book, whatever it may be. These are the things that you want to manifest by saying I am, so that it can become. Ooh, y'all see that little orb right there? Ooh, ooh. It's orbs up here. I am becoming connected to the spiritual realm. How you doing? Okay, let me keep going. All right. This is also the waning crescent time to look at your wish list. What are your intentions? What things did you write down? Read it aloud. Think, visualize until it feels real. And I'm telling you, it could feel real. I could daydream real good. I can't remember my dreams, but I can daydream. I'm okay with that. Maybe that's why I can't remember my dreams. I do a lot of daydreaming. But I digress. When you're looking at your wish list, making sure you connect to it, make it feel real. Make it feel real. And then you have the first quarter moon. That's about day 7 to day 10 and a half. This is where you commit. This is commit. This is the time where you'll start falling off. This is the time where you put these intentions out and maybe they're not connecting or hitting in the way you really want to. And so you start to lax, right? So this is the time to challenge your confidence and challenge your commitment to whatever it is that you intended to put out there. And identify what doubts are starting to arise, right? And if you feel that it's no longer worth kind of working towards that goal, abort. Otherwise, if you feel like it's something that you really want to do, you really gotta commit, right? And then double up on your commitment. because you feeling a little bit of not the encouragement that maybe you would want to have. So you have to double up at this point. Reassess, do I really want to move forward? And if you are, double up. It's really important to reread your wish list out loud, especially when crisis or barriers arise. So that gives you the motivation to keep saying it out loud. I plan on being the best author. I am a best author. I plan on being the best mom I am a great mom. I am a dope mom. I plan on being one of the bombest mental health YouTubers out there. I am a bomb mental health YouTuber that's out here. Again, put your manifestations out there. Put your affirmations out there. Okay? So, once you get past the first quarter moon, the 10 and a half to 15 days, you get that gibbous moon. And that's where the moon is almost full, but not quite, right? So this is where you focus on staying on course. Stay the course. That internal, that yin energy, stay on course. Tweak and adjust what you need to. Try to create opportunities to regain energy so you can maintain your stamina through whatever it is that you're doing. Don't give up. Just keep pushing forward, even if you feel like it. Because again, those previous days, you recognize that this is something that I still want to work towards. So you got to push forward. Don't give up, right? And then keep up with what plans and what things you have done that have been achievements so that you can keep giving yourself that encouragement, right? So this is the time where you're budding with potential, you're reviewing your plans, you're making those tweaks, you're making adjustments, you're continuing to build your momentum around your plans, or you're looking at new plans if previously you decide to abort. This is the time that you go ahead and you kind of mash a little bit harder to kind of abort that plan, but find something new that you really want to focus on, okay? So when you really look at this and kind of building this momentum around, this kind of waxing gibbous phase right before you get to the full moon, it really helps you to really focus on good habits. It's helping you to really look at how you're creating good habits around these goals that you want to manifest, right? And if you determine that this is not something that you want to move forward with, you've created a good habit of checking in to see if you still want to move forward, and then identifying maybe this is the direction that I want to go in. And so restarting is fine. It's good. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. And you at least attempted to see if it's something that would be a good benefit for you. You reevaluated, decided no, went another direction. Now just move forward with those kind of implementations that we just talked about. And that brings you to the full moon. It's kind of a culmination of the intentions and the intention setting and the release of kind of the past and being able to forgive, right? So I really wanted to kind of break it down a little bit more. So in the waxing crescent, new moon, we set our intentions, listening to our intuition, allowing new ideas to form. The waxing crescent, that's when you're being curious, to get excited about new possibilities and kind of putting some of those actions into play. The first quarter, you're developing, you're taking more action, and you're building momentum. The waxing gibbous, you're improving and refining and making improvements. You're stopping where you felt like you were going to go and you're redirecting yourself into a new direction, okay? And then we have the full moon where we come to full expression. You celebrate your progress and then you start to release and forgive some of the things that maybe you have not achieved, okay? So I want you guys to take this new moon and look at what intentions you really want to break down, and focus on how you can put some goals around that and some actionable items so that you feel like you are working on manifesting your goals. I want you to look at your biggest, most audacious goal, write it down, then turn it into an affirmation, right? And whatever you decided to create an affirmation around, you got to say that several times a day, at least 5. particularly in the morning if you can. I'm just saying. So this week, some key days on today. Obviously, the moon moves into Pisces. It stays there in Pisces up until Thursday, and it starts to move out of Pisces and into Aries on Friday. And so when you look at Thursday, that's when Pluto and Mars meet up. The planet of anger, Mars, and the planet of fury, Pluto. So just watch out. Watch out for your attitude this week. Okay, we move into Taurus season, a little bit more stability. Okay, and that tends to help people stay a little bit more grounded. But again, Taurus is a earth sign, so that kind of helps us come back down from that fire. We'll be in Gemini around Tuesday up until about Thursday. Well, up until about Friday. So next Thursday, let's start to look at what you're grateful for. And by next Thursday, it will also be the quarter moon. So it'll be a half moon, right? All the way up until, what is it? The full moon comes on the 17th. So 2 Thursdays from now. Remember, throughout the month, every 2 weeks, we get a new moon and a full moon. And in between those weeks, we get a quarter moon, which is half a moon. So 1 week, no moon. 2nd week, half a moon. 3rd week, full moon. 4th week, half a moon. And then the next week, new moon. Okay? So that's the cycle. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. I'm going to come and talk about the days of the week a little bit more, what planets kind of rule those days, and what days you can be more purposeful about the type of action you take in conjunction to what sign the moon is in. All right. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye.